I am so happy the way these turned out. I was so afraid this Venice design wasn't going to look out, but it does, and also it feels so nice. We got Venice, we got the Ottomans with a big ol' onion on his head right here, and finally we have the Byzantium Empire, or the Eastern Roman Empire. People have been begging me to make this one for so long. It's about time we had another historical country ball plushie drop. And man, let me tell you, the Ottomans, Byzantium, and Venice have such an interesting shared history from the past. It's hard to talk about one without talking about these other three. And I'm going to explain all of that in this video here today, but if you want these right now, head over to makeshift.com by using that first link in the description down below. LOL, Rome killed by dumb barbarian. Constantinople rule, true heir of Rome, more Roman than Rome. The glorious Justinian heir taking back Rome from smelly Lombard. The restoration is close. My Armenia! How could you? Damn it, you coward! Come fight me! Why are you fleeing? I wonder what is this strange cough. Why me? Cursed by this plague. Finally over. I survived. Byzantium strong. A few years of calm and Allah Akbar, old man. No, give back Syria and Egypt, you scum. Gotta go fast. What are you looking at, punk? Don't play with them. My Anatolia! You see Muslim? Crusade. Yep, crusade. Yeah, an easy target would be that a-hole in my Anatolia. I guess there would be these guys in Jerusalem, but, guys, maybe we should plan together. Jerusalem! Guys! Wow, good first blow. Could do better at the second. Third time's a charm? Maybe it's time to go home. Guys. I guess you did your best. Good try. They don't look so good. Got me money? None? Well, hit Byzantium real good, Kay. No! Sorry. Nothing personal, kid. Guys, we're friends against the Muslims, right? Chomp. No! Stay out of my Constantinople! Why do I feel that I could not go lower? I'll take that if you don't use it. Oh, no, they could definitely go lower. This is the story of Byzantium and literally their 1,000-year fall. And it's funny because we called the Ottomans their replacement in Anatolia, the dying man of Europe. Well, in a way, so was Byzantium before their time. Byzantium becomes the true Rome after, like I mentioned, Western Rome falls to barbarians. And at first, things are looking great. The Justinian Empire, they go back into the Italian peninsula, start taking things over. Then things go bad. They start to lose stuff, as well as, oh, yeah, they get the plague. There's those evil, well, those are supposed to be fleas on the mice, right? Then boom, here goes the rise of Islam, which we covered earlier. The rise of Islam definitely lowered down Byzantium a peg or two. And remember, the Ottomans were actually, they started off as a very small area of the Anatolia Peninsula, but they got huge. The Crusades begin, and this is an English ball and a French ball, I'm thinking. Focus on Jerusalem. I don't know if Byzantium wanted that. And then we have a really strange form of Venice. They're looking... I don't know what the hell that is. Doesn't look like a squid. That looks just like a molecule. So then for the Fourth Crusade, yeah, the unthinkable happens. Venice takes the Crusaders and they accidentally sack Constantinople. A lot of people put a ton of blame actually on Venice, not really the Ottomans necessarily for being the downfall of Byzantium. Obviously, it was the Ottomans that did the final blow to fully kill Byzantium back in 1453. But that moment in the Fourth Crusade severely hurt. Man, considering all the poop the Byzantines had to deal with, it's pretty impressive that they lasted for 1,000 years. This is why the Fourth Crusade is my favorite. Supposed to fight the Muslims in Jerusalem through Egypt, never went anywhere near there, and the chain of events culminating in the sacking of Rome, a Christian city and a Christian empire, it just went wrong in all the right way. Listen to me, infidels. I am will. I'll destroy you in the name of Allah, the perfect, the wise, the merciful, the all-powerful, the distant to conquer others. Whatever. What? Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, I don't think Byzantium's gonna be prepared for this, as he certainly wasn't. Basically, before Muhammad and the rise of Islam, these three were just chilling. And by these three, I mean the Eastern Roman Empire, the Jews, and then this empire was in what is known as modern-day Iran, I don't know if I'm able to pronounce that, the Sasanian Empire, which was around at its greatest extent right when Muhammad showed up. This obviously wouldn't end well for any of these three people groups, especially considering it was the Ottoman Empire here that did the final blow to destroy the Byzantium Empire. That would take like maybe 1,000 years or slightly less, but they were eventually going to kill Constantinople. I'm now just realizing with this giant green ball here, is this the reason why Libya up until 2011 just decided to make their flag a singular green color? That's it. Maybe they were just drawing inspiration. Famous last words right here. The Byzantium leader at the time saying, "I'm sure I don't need to worry about those nomadic tribes on the Arabian Peninsula." You know, all things considered, historically speaking, that was a safe bet, but this was all all about to change. He definitely needed to worry about those nomadic tribes on the Arabian Peninsula. Wow, it sure is good day to be Rome. Go watch chariot race in Hippodrome, and then maybe pray in the great Hagia Sophia.
Hagia Sophia.
I did not know that's how you're supposed to pronounce that. What is shadow cause? You is dead now. New Rome. None. Was is not. Is right by conquest like Caesar. And because Islam is successor to Christian, theological successor to Rome too. Rome too? Rome. Why not? You cannot be Rome because you are stinky Turk Otto kebab Muslim are not noble Christian like Byzantium. Rome. Will prove it. And they most certainly did because they took Constantinople away from Byzantium and then they renamed it to Istanbul. Now does that mean that we all generally believe the Ottomans are the successor to the Roman Empire? No. Actually, in fact, even to this day, most historians still laugh at this claim. We're still doing this. Even Venice Octopus themselves right here. I somewhat get the logic though, I gotta say. I feel like it makes more sense that the well, I don't know. I was gonna say it makes more sense that the Ottomans are the successors to the Romans instead of the Russians. The amount of times we gotta fight here about who's the real successor of the Roman Empire. And then Hungary got shafted violently. The end. Octopus Venice or Squid Venice, I don't even know what to call them at this point anymore. Venice is mine. Bang. You can do it, Italy. I believe in you. Countryballs explaining World War I. Go what yourself? Pew. Wait, do the looking. When? What the? Not knowing is wet, sticky, and heat makes stink. Canals, yes. Republica, C. Double letters forbidden, C. Why are they all sweaty? They're a little smaller than I thought they were. I'm getting disoriented. I have an idea, says Italy. Trading post. Aw, this looks cute. They finally get to be a squid in an aquarium. Blub blub. Oh, but this aspect of it makes it... Oh god, this aspect of it changes everything. Please get Japan away from the octopuses, or some-ish. Japan, why can't you be normal? Like Bavaria and Germany here, just looking at a regular, I don't know, fish? Is that the Ottomans right there? So in World War I, a lot of the fighting between Italy and Austria-Hungary, because they were on opposite sides, took place in the north of Italy, specifically around the Venetian region. Italy and France were on the same side, what was known as the Entente in those days, so yeah, of course, all the fighting was just gonna happen up here. Venice must have briefly popped out of Italy, though, and the Italian country ball didn't know what to do with them. Now, putting them in an aquarium seems like an absolutely genius idea. Just make sure, again, well, you just don't want the Japanese to get a hold of them. I know what they be doing with octopuses over there. What's crazy about this comic is this might have been the first depiction ever of the Venetian country ball. I forgot to mention, yes, the reason why Venice looks like that is because the Venetian flag is extremely strange with these weird stripes at the end. The flag itself literally looks like a squid, crazy enough. I say this might be the first depiction of it ever because this was posted 8 years ago, and literally the creator here says, I was wondering what the Venice flag would actually look like in the country ball universe. I'm actually not surprised it took them this long to come up with a country ball form for the Venetian state. What's funny is even the province of Venice also has that weird like squid thing going on. There's like a PNG image or something like that. Venice, why you gotta be so different? None can escape me, filth. You heard about TVI bank loan. Now prepare for excommunication. Shalom. Never mind, responds the Pope. Oh no, Venice, what have you done? Pounds of flesh. Venice literally said, alright, you're gonna excommunicate us? I guess we're Jewish now. They did not care. That pound of flesh reference was actually a reference to Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice. Things looking like it got pretty intense, I guess. And keep in mind, for Venice here, Jewish money lenders in particular were crucial to Venetian economy. And in 1516, Venice established the first Jewish ghetto, forcing the Jewish population to live on that island. It's gonna be definitely one of those rabbit holes I'm gonna have to go down at 3 a.m. here. Hey, old buddy, would you mind helping out Pop? I can't now. Very important counsel and stuff to make. I see. Very busy man now. It's just Papa's very old and... Tisk, I have something to build in Constantinople. Oh, not worrying. Boy, your Papa's having... Barb. Your Papa's having trouble with the barbarians. Cannot now. I have meeting with Persia to discuss philosophy. I see. I'm so proud of you, my son. So proud of you. So proud. They're being surrounded. I can't forget my imperial eagle. Better get before Papa make hurt with it. Papa, you seen my... Mama? where is... What? Ike been daddy now. I can explain. Byzantium, or the Eastern Roman Empire, turned its back for too long on the Western side of things, or Western Roman Empire. They got so old they died, meanwhile Byzantium was just chilling. They were just chilling, having a good old time. Fast forward just a bit, Byzantium looks back at where the Western Roman Empire was, and now they just see the Pope in Italy, as well as whatever this monstrosity was, the Holy Roman Empire, which actually had control over a majority of lands that the Western Romans or the Roman Empire never even controlled in the first place. I don't think you can, Pope explained. I think Byzantium here is going to be extremely confused. I'm sorry there, little buddy. Shouldn't have turned your back on Pop Pop. This comic's made it even better because, of course, they are German barbarians. These are the people coming from modern-day Germany that obviously helped to sack the Roman Empire. Meanwhile, this monstrosity is mostly German states. How the hell does that work? I don't know. I think we're all trying to figure that out. Now, apparently, this also includes a historically accurate Holy Roman Empire crown, which is disgusting. It's got way too much bling bling on it for my own personal taste, but yeah, is this not a play on the meme of like the dad constantly talking to his son like, hey, do you want to play, dad? Or no, it's the opposite. It's the son trying to play with his dad up until the end where the son is too busy and the dad wants to play. Ciao, Ottomano. Why is you call me? Well, Benedict, I found this in my gardens. Is it maybe your child? He also kept saying Senerica. Benedict, what's happening? Benedict? Nobody steals my freaking style. Venice was definitely not a fan. Interesting to see the Ottomans and Venice working together in this comic. They're referring to this region inside of the Italian peninsula here, which was granted freedom, I guess, by Naples for a time there. There can only be one tentacled country in this peninsula. Yeah, they were obviously not going to allow this. No one steals their style. It's funny because I actually can't find a flag that shows like these little tentacles free flowing, which I think is kind of an important element here. But yeah, they definitely will not let on to anyone that they aren't the actual only squid country ball in the universe. They themselves will have to crush and destroy these people. Constantinople is of Rome. Give back, remove kebab from premises, pay reparations for evil invasion. Can you ever shut-ins up? Never until Constantinople is Roman hands again and not greasy kebab paws. You of hearing me? Invaders must pay reparations. So Rome, when can we be expecting the monies? Modern-day Greece obviously has a pretty direct connection to Byzantium back in the day. Well, you know, they're screaming about taking back Constantinople. The Constantinople, city was lost to the Ottomans. Now it's Turkey, though. We call this Istanbul. However, the countries in the background are not referring to just exclusively the Eastern Roman side, because as you can see, we're seeing a German ball, a French ball in here, an English ball. So these balls are actually just referring to all of the Roman Empire, not just Byzantium, but when Rome was all together. There's also Lebanon and Croatia and Morocco and Portugal and even Israel and Egypt. The thing is, I don't think these countries would ever say this. Yeah. There's a weird thing with the whole reparations talk. If enough time goes by, it gets too confusing. Yeah, I don't know if it's like 1,000 years. No one asks for reparations for the Mongolian Empire. Or maybe China does. Why do I feel like China does? These countries just certainly, all these countries, well, actually, I shouldn't say all these countries, but Europe specifically loves the Roman Empire. It's hard to even imagine like pre-Islamic Libya and Tunisia and Morocco and Lebanon, Egypt even. So it's, yeah, those places are difficult to even wrap our head around. Maybe they would want reparations from the Roman Empire, though. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if someone once said it in history. That would not be shocking. Trade, yes. Sail, sea. Ciao, Venito. My fellow trade. Me bring sail to sail. But to who will sail sail? Will sell to true Roma. Hello, am HRE, true heir of Rome. Is true, am said so, says the Pope. What? But Pope, if you in Roma, how is HRE Roma? Because am Rome, says Byzantium. No, I've been Rome. No, am Roma. 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 Yet am Rome, says Russia.
Who the frick are you?
There we go. We can't end this video without dunking on the Russians for thinking they're the third Rome, is what they call themselves. We've done enough with the Ottomans. So this is a timed piece. All the people in these comics are around the same time period. These are the Mamluks in Egypt, obviously at the time of the Holy Roman Empire here. And then Russia forms pretty early on. People forget, because it's a modern day Russian flag, but people forget Russia formed pretty long ago. This probably doesn't help, considering when you type in Google when was Russia formed, they say 1991. No. And then when you look up the Russian Empire, Empire, when that was founded, again, it goes further back than 1721. The Tsardom of Russia started way before that, and then there's different iterations before that. Kievan Rus, Grand Duchy of Moscow here. I think their explanation for why there should be Rome has something to do with their Orthodox religion. I'm pretty sure Byzantium know very well who Russia is, considering Russia's claim of Third Rome was through a Byzantine royal marriage. Great comic, Venice is lovable in this, despite, as usual, being, you know, a squid. I'm sure the absence of the Fourth Crusade has nothing to do with my opinion. Yeah, so first Rome was the capital of Christianity, then the Great Schism happened, bringing it to Constantinople, and then Constantinople was annexed by Kebab. So if you want to bring all these characters to recreate whatever you want in your own fantasy world, head over to Makeshift.com to get Byzantium, the Ottoman Empire, and Venice today. As always with these things, they will only be here for a limited time, and I can already tell this one is going to crush people once it's finally not sold anymore. I'm already imagining the messages about bringing it back. I'm not going to be able to do that. Big thanks to my patrons this month. If you want your name here, check that Patreon link in the description down below. Never change Drew unless you want to. We need a Drew bobblehead figurine. Petition for Drew Alexander to make
the Terrible,
ASMR
Connor
Tingles
Pavlik,
version 2.
Frederick Tiblin,
King Bear Hayes,
Lord Track,
Luxembourg Lover,
Miglu the Goat,
Nolan, Nord Tyrol,
Tamrin,
and William.